The 7-2 Buffalo Bills traveled to Indianapolis to face the 4-5 Colts in an AFC matchup that could have playoff implications for an Indianapolis team that sits just outside the wild card race and is just 2 games behind a suddenly struggling Houston Texans team for the AFC South Division lead. The Colts, however, have a major problem at quarterback, where they can't seem to decide on starting the mobile second-year guy who might pull himself from a game at any given time because he's tired, or the 40-year-old veteran who never really could move at all. Joe Flacco gets the start again this week, but he looked pretty terrible against the Minnesota Vikings last week, and might have a short leash if he looks as bad against the Bills, with the Colts fighting for their playoff lives. The struggles at quarterback haven't really impacted the effectiveness of Jonathan Taylor, however, as he continues to give opposing defenses problems. He's averaging around 84 yards a game on the ground, and is good for an occasional catch or two out of the backfield. He faces a Bills defense that has struggled to stop the run all year, including last week against the Dolphins where they gave up 150 yards on the ground to Devin Achane and company. The Bills managed to win that one by 3, but much of that had to do with the Dolphins defense being unable to get key stops when needed. The Colts scoring defense this year appears to be solid, allowing just 21.4 points per game this season, but they tend to play a bend, don't break style of defense where they give up a lot of yards, don't beat themselves with penalties, and have one of the lowest blitz rates in the NFL. But they don't stop the run well, where they allow the second most yards on the ground, and they don't force a lot of turnovers. In fact, a lot of their defensive success seems to be based on luck. They only gave up 16 points to the Packers, but that was with Jordan Love out. They beat the Steelers by a field goal with Justin Fields playing quarterback, and they beat the Dolphins without Tua, and they gave up 37 points to Jacksonville in a loss. Now they face a potent Bills offense with a dynamic dual threat at quarterback, and a Bills team that seems to be dedicated to running the ball. I don't see this one going well for the Colts, even if Amari Cooper is out with his wrist injury. The Colts are without wide receiver Michael Pittman, and they don't have a lot of consistency in the passing attack to stay competitive with the Bills, especially if they have to play from behind. I think we might see Anthony Richardson by the end of this one as the Bills roll 35-14.